It dropped to 96 and then it just jumped up to 111.
People, you mean?
Man, 59 was just becoming a meme.
And does it work?
We're at the EDM high school. We have arrived.
Does it work?
We're at the EDM.
Okay. I'm just checking out the chat. It's coming up in your camera.
Hold on, it's just drowning.
Hello. Okay, so I gotta fix your camera. There we go. Yeah, we have a it's technical Thursday is what we call it.
Help.
So yeah, we're just gonna do a little quiet hangout session for the next 5 minutes. Just warm up.
Just let people get in.
Yeah, do like a really quiet warm up.
I mean, we're kind of here though already.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it's just gonna be quiet for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll just like, it's one of those pre-games. Yeah, and I also lost my tooth, so I'm gonna look pretty today.
It's gonna give you a cool lisp.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it was a moment of anger, and it backlashed.
Oh shit!
It's that autism rage.
Gonna get tooth lore.
Yeah, I gotta get my tooth fixed. Fucking broke off. I look like a pirate for real now. It's fucking so weird. Homeless guy. I look like a homeless person.
A homeless savant. Yeah. Looking for a home.
And also a little pre-game is I had a little post about Surge or Urge and Cheetos. Or Cheetos. How do you say? I got repped because I said Cheetos, and he's like, Cheetos, and I'm like, okay, there's not a TH sound there. Like, how do you pronounce it?
Cheetos.
Cheetos. Am I saying it wrong?
I used to pronounce it Cheots, so I stuck with that.
Oh, okay. Cheetos. Anyway, so I got my can of Urge. They still sell them here. I told you already. Everybody knows. I like repeating myself.
They're going to sponsor us for sure.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. It's Coca-Cola, man. So I don't think so. Oh, by the way, the guy who reached out to me on Twitter, remember the Monster Energy drink guy? Mm-hmm. His account is gone now. So I think it was what we think it is.
So many deep fake scams going on where they actually create accounts on different social media.
And they link it to other real sites that are their actual real profiles. Like they linked to a LinkedIn that was actual factual. So, but he didn't reply to me when I said like, okay, energy drinks, what's up with that?
Yeah, you want an email, a phone call, you want to meet if possible with somebody somewhere these days.
Give me a second. There we go. Got my merch
Oh, yo,
on today.
we got
It's a little
Tasty
heavy-handed
in the
having it that
chat.
way. I feel so. I'm gonna put it backwards. There we go. Yeah, it's a little merch representing today.
You hear me out? We got Tasty in the chat.
Tasty chat, Tasty. Do YouTube channel?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
Remember them?
yes. Hi, Tasty. Yeah, that
Let's
was
go.
fucking huge back in the 2013. Not them, but when I put out stuff on them, like that shit, it blew up. It was good stuff. I really enjoyed the stuff we did together. There was
Back then,
yeah.
only a few people like understood how to play that game. Those channels did really well. Like how to promote everybody together, bring the genres together.
Yeah,
That's
it
cool
was
shit.
before Spotify's iron grip on the music industry as well. Okay, now it's
Yeah, beef on Spotify.
it's 59, so let's do the countdown for real and start the intro over. Okay, everybody ready? Get ready. Let's do the intro. Okay, go.
They got the pre-intro. I can hear you.
There we go. We're back on stream. So yeah, that intro, I didn't have time to make a proper song for it. The badge, EDM badge you see in the background, that was for the Savant website, and I just like repurposed it because I didn't put it anywhere, and I put a little like banner coming underneath. And because Puerto Rico and Norway has red, white, and blue, and America also has red, white, and blue, so we're kind of hitting 3 targets at once with that. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
You got us, man.
Yeah, and the song that I used in the background there is from when I went to high school, and I went to media school, so I learned how to make broadcast, radio, TV, websites, like all that junk, and I was the only guy who made music in the class, so I made the TV, radio intro to news, action news, sports, weather reports, and in all that stuff, and that was for either sports or news. That song.
Welcome to EDM High School, ladies
But
and
have
gentlemen.
you heard those Super Bowl theme songs? They're fucking the best.
We
Those
need
old
these
school
type
ones.
of things, bro.
The 90s had the best Super Bowl music ever. And NBA, hockey. Like I have a folder on my computer with basically just like sports intros. And it's some of the best music. John Williams has made a fucking track for that. Like they're all like heavy metal rock with orchestra on top. And I'm just like...
So you're going to have segment music for us?
I will.
Basically?
Yeah. I'll work on something better. Maybe something more EDM-y for EDM High School.
It's got to start somewhere, bro.
Yeah. So everybody, thank you guys for coming to our stream. It's moi, ya boy, Alex, aka Savvy Savant, and then it's my very long friend / manager and big brother Joshua Z, also called Z. In underneath here, you see I have AV for Alex Fincher, and then on his side I have Jay-Z, which is fucking funny as fuck. Josh C.
Nah, man.
Jay-Z,
You're
bro.
branding me, bro. What are you doing?
I didn't have space to put it. I made this
Just,
graphic in Photoshop in like fucking 10 minutes.
just put a Z, and then people will confuse me with like Russia or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russia?
Well, yeah, like they put the Z on their.
Oh,
tags
no,
and
no, no,
stuff.
no, no. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Jay-Z,
Yeah.
you're like the rapper.
Yeah, let's go.
Concrete jungle on the tomatoes. Okay.
I love
Anyway,
that
guys. So for the people who know who Savant is but don't know who Josh is, Josh has been my manager since 2012, 13, I think. And
Too long.
yeah, too long. And then before that, before SoundCloud, Josh actually had one of the first upload and review artist websites in the world.
Wow, we're gonna go all the way back there.
Yeah, no, but we're gonna have a podcast about that. I'm just
Yeah.
just like doing bullet points right now. And I think you started your website in 2001 or 2000. Was that correct?
Well, it started like late '90s because it was like the part of the Image Line Fruity Loops like community,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just kind of grew from there. Like as when we put up our first like Fruity Loops album, people asked me to put their music up on the website. It just kind of started from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll save some of that.
Yeah, we'll save some of that. Basically, so the way I knew who he was from the beginning is I used to upload my music there. And Josh was too cool for that, so he kind of left the site over into other users' hands and went like, yo, community, you do it. I'm gonna go build empires. So he ran off trying to chase some other better things, and then the people
I have
that
to go
were
make
behind,
video games.
yeah, you were going to make video games. You see how well that went out for me too, right? Like, that's a curse for both of us. Anyway, so you ran off to make video games. Somebody else took over the site, and when I started wanting to release music, I was like, I don't know what to do with the labels. And then I found out that Section Z was still around, and it was a label, and I just was like, okay, let's just put it out here. And you were a little bit offhand at that point, but as soon as you kind of saw what was going on, you kind of came in. And also, you didn't just run off to make video games. You also went off to be Deadmau5's first manager as well. We're not going to go into that, but
that was before.
Oh,
But we can clarify timelines.
yeah, okay. But yeah, anyway, so Section Z, Joel, video games, managing me. Oh, you did some. Yeah, you did other stuff in between that. Like,
I did some startup stuff. I was like the whole video game thing turned into a mobile ad platform that went a whole different direction that I wanted. So I started
we salute
another
you for adding
mobile
ads into
startup
games.
thing. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, no, Section Z Records from that point was something else. We'll save some of that.
Yeah, we'll have a podcast just about
Tasty
the Section
knows.
Z era.
Tasty Network knows.
Yeah. So anyway, me and Josh,
That's
we've been
me.
me and Josh, we've been touring together, traveled the world together, basically back to back. What's it called? Double Dragon style. Like the whole 2010s to 2010s was just like me and
I
Josh.
broke bones.
Yeah. We moved to LA together, and LA killed us both, and then we moved back home, and we had to reboot our whole thing. Well, that's also a story for another time. But anyway, I made a little video. I call it like in Norwegian, we call it a cavalcade. And it would be called, I don't know, Bonanza or something in English, or like, what's it called when it's like a bunch of clips and it's like retrospective? And
Yeah, retrospective.
yeah, so I made a little video for everybody to kind of catch up on me and Josh's history. I just hope there's sound. If there's not, people let us know in the chat. Please let me know. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, and 3.
How to ruin a phone call.
Is that the crazy guy you're talking about?
No, this.
Girlfriend wanna dress me up. Strobe light gonna mess me up. Loud bass making me throw up. These drugs gonna make my depression stop. You see me dance,
Yeah, that was still annoying.
At a glance, we look lit, but we're alone. See me dance through your phone.
I don't need pants.
No one cares about romance.
Remember when we got all those $1 bills?
Really drunk right
Didn't
now.
even need
I'm
pants.
trying to roll a joint.
Oh, this is good. I've seen this part over the side.
No one cares
Mr.
about
Ghostface.
romance. It's all gone.
Really drunk right now. I'm trying to roll a joint.
But I don't rave anymore.
Where are you going?
That was at Red Rocks and the wind was so crazy.
I don't It haunts me.
Some of the bits, bro.
What I left behind. It wants me. But it's not my time. See me dance through your phone. At a glance, we look lit, but we're alone. See me dance through your phone. No one cares about romance, it's all gone. I don't rave anymore. I don't rave anymore.
Yeah. That's
Man,
basically...
you told me you were gonna save this for me to live react, and I'm like totally in my field right now, bro. Like,
Yeah,
for
me
real.
too. I get emotional just looking at it. So that
Yeah.
song is an old song I wrote for Vex in 2016, and it's been laying around. Josh has been nagging me for almost 10 years to just like put it out, and
Always.
now it's gonna be the next single. It's called "I Don't Rave Anymore." Duh. And I made it at a time where I just can't tour anymore. I can't do this. It was so fake for me. Everybody was so fake. And it was so much about stuff that I couldn't relate to. And and the song is about going to parties or going to raves and really not feeling it. Yeah. And really, like, you can't do it anymore because you get sick of the alcohol. You start looking around, everybody's on their phone filming the live act instead of dancing, and it's just about the show. You showing that you were there more than you enjoying the moment. And so it's an anti-EDM song, which is the tip of the irony of the stuff I like. That's me right there.
Okay, brother, you got an echo going on according to the chat.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Mhm.
So let me try to figure out how to stop the echo. It doesn't seem like it. Oh.
You might
I
have fixed it already.
Yeah. It
No
should,
echo.
It shouldn't be no echo. I don't see any echo on my mixer panel here.
Yeah, you're
But-
good.
But anyway, so that was me and Josh's journey in the beginning until the end, and we'll have another talk some other time about why it stopped and what happened and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a super long conversation.
It
dude.
is, and we've had it several times, even on Twitter, on Spaces before, like the prototype for this.
Right.
We've talked a lot about like why we stopped doing what we're doing, but we'll do it properly on the stream because it's emotional and it's dark, and then it has a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you found more purpose in life. I found more purpose in life, and we miss doing the fun shit, and now we can see it clearly that it was really fun, and we couldn't have had that opportunity without, you know, the fans that were like coming to the shows, buying the music, and it got really quiet in the cabin without any of that. It's like a weird silence when there wasn't that stuff around. You know, the community that we kind of like created through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, all those things. But we're gonna do a couple of podcasts. We'll do them as long as we have, you know, the ability to do them, and then we're gonna have some themes for each. Today's
you might run out of content someday.
Yeah,
you know.
Who knows? So today is gonna be about the stuff that I made before Savant. Like all the stuff. I've gone through all the hard drives and folders, and everywhere I could find all the other old stuff. And I've arranged them by year so that we can listen to stuff from the beginning to the end. The biggest issue I had was the earliest stuff I made from 97 to 2001. I don't have those anymore because they were on a computer, one of my first computers in the 90s. Those hard drives were called IDE. You know, you remember those old hard drives? I have them here.
the big hard disk drives. Yeah.
I have them here. These old buggers here, and they have a very peculiar connection, and they don't. Yeah, it's scrambly, so they're broken because, you know, travel with them, they're dead. So a lot of the earliest music I've ever made is gone forever.
Those have been on planes, on boats.
Yeah, they've seen the world.
Yeah.
So basically, I could only find stuff as early as 2002, and so I'll just have to describe what happened before that. So first of all, the title of the episode, I haven't made a good title card, but I have a little video for it. It's Alex's growing up, and Alex doing music. And as you can see, I have long black hair, and I've always been like a metal guy, so prepare for 90% of the music I made before Savant to be metal, unfortunately. But we're going to get to that. So first, let's just look at the intro for the episode. Let's hope there's sound. That's me as a child.
Oh.
And then I turned dark. That was a 30-second journey of my life.
Pirate era.
Yeah. So we're just gonna start by showing off I used to use other stuff than FL Studio before. The first stuff I used was called EJ, and I have a bunch of videos to show you guys what that looked like. And then after EJ, I discovered something called Fast Tracker and Mad Tracker, which are trackers they used to use on the Amiga, Atari, and basically to make video game music, and it became a huge underground music scene out of that. We can load in your own samples, but it's basically like how they made chiptune music back in the day. And I used to make metal and trance music in that thing. So the first music I ever made was drum and bass, GABA, hardstyle, happy hardcore, because that was the software's limitations in the beginning. And then the next software I bought was dance music. So I learned a little dance. Then I was techno, hip hop. And then I started doing things in this Mad Tracker software and really like learning melodies, making melodies. So we're going to take a look at all of that junk right now. So let me see. Play the thing. Here we go.
Stop the EJ.
Magic's DJ. This is MC Magic's DJ. This is MC Magic's DJ.
Here we go. Check it out. We keep it moving, gotta keep it moving. Keep it moving, gotta keep it moving. We keep it moving, gotta keep it moving. Keep it moving, gotta keep it moving. Move it up. We keep it moving up.
Setting dance vibrations. Set successfully completed. Your system is 100% dance compatible.
Is everybody okay out there? Do you feel
So these were the first softwares I used to make music in 97, 98, 99, 2000.
Listen to the beat I got.
It sounds like shit you would play today, to be honest. And soon we're gonna see one of the earliest Mad Tracker songs. This is a trance track I made back in 2002. So someone asked me if I'll be releasing my old tracks, and yes, I've been thinking about it. I just have to figure out why. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Let's go back. Let's go back.
And up.
Fun to watch that stuff go up and down. Actually,
yeah.
it was pretty annoying. Actually, I really like the horizontal workflow more, but the trackers didn't have that, so you got to kind of turn your head into whatever, whatever.
Matrix aesthetics, bro.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah, but so that was the stuff before what I'm going to show you now. So that was like the late 90s and really early 2000s stuff. And the first stuff I wanted to make was dance music, like very inspired by Dutch and German trance music. Those were the two genres. A little UK trance too. But those things inspired me to start making music. So then I started making trance music a lot. But as soon as I turned 14, it was like black hair, black metal, dark shit. And then, so I started also making metal on the computer as well. So there's a lot of that. But over time, you can see, you're going to hear that over time, you can start hearing that the melody, the harpsichord, the solos, all that stuff starts popping in more and more. And there's going to be like a gradual transition here from whatever started with to Savant. So you're just going to be able to hear that transition. So we're going to jump in. Oh, that looks pretty good. So we're going to jump in here. So yeah, I've been organizing hell of tracks. There's so much. Can I even see the whole screen here? Okay, there we go. So scroll all the way to the top. So I've arranged them by year so that we can start with whatever it is here, 2002. I didn't select a lot because there wasn't a lot available because hard drives were lost, etc., etc. So I picked the ones that were the best ones out of the probably like 20 tracks I could find from 2002, 2003, etc., etc. So we're just going to skip through stuff. I'm going to be DJ skip a lot right now. There's not going to be a lot of sitting and listening to the whole thing. We're just going to be running through the tracks, basically. So let's just do a sound check first. See if there's some actual sound here. I think there's sound. That looks like there's sound. So yeah, so this is one of my
words, bro. This is so much content, dude.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get through all of it today. So here's some metal. Of course, it's going to start with metal because that's what I found. We're going to get to the EDM and other styles later. Yeah, so the little banjo. Little punk rock on the drum. Little harmony on the banjo. So yeah, so that's one of the earliest tracks. I met some kids at my junior high that were like into metal. They wanted to start a band at school because the music teacher was like, we just built a band practice room in junior high in the music class area. And people who had their bands could practice after school. And a lot of us were like, oh, I play guitar, I play drums, I play keyboard. All these guys came together and we started a band called Fluffy Bacon. And I wanted to impress these guys so much with I didn't know metal at all. I'm never really into it. So I started listening to it and getting into it. So I started making stuff that was like my style, but also metal. And they were kind of impressed, but not really. It was a little bit like, 14-year-old kids like, yeah, whatever, bro. I guess you can play the keyboards. So they stuck me on keyboards. And there was no songs with keyboards in them. So we ended up as a cover band of Rammstein, basically, where I played some keyboards. And then, okay, so let's go to the other songs. Just get quick through it. I think there's some vocals of this one. Oh, no. Like it, like melodically, musically, I don't feel like it's so far off than what I've always been doing. Like the harmony, solos, and I don't know.
The genre mashing was already there, right? Like you are already taking two things, and
yeah, and
that could have been that could have been a pretty hot band in the right place.
Yeah. But all this is programmed. I recorded guitar sounds, and then I would just program the riffs and stuff.
Right.
And I
The
record.
advent of electronic music allowed you these tools to
Yeah.
fucking do
So
all these things at one
I took
time.
the
bro.
drums from a Yamaha keyboard from my stepdad at the time, and I just recorded all the sounds on the keyboard and just put it in the computer so I could like program metal and stuff. Okay, so this is the last one. It's angry anything. A little screaming there. Into a Logitech mic that was like this big. Yeah. Little Slayer inspired. Yeah, anyway. So we'll move on. There's a lot of metal, so just to skip through it.
You don't want to skip through it, bro. You know you love that shit.
Here's some more mellow melodic stuff. This is 2003, which is 22 years ago. I made this. It's not great, but you know, it's a composer's thing. It's not about the production. The production's going to come later when I started using FL Studio. Matt Tracker didn't allow you to do VST plugins or mixing or EQs or anything. It was like the sample you had, that's the sound you had. So if the sound was crap, the song would be crap. There was no mixing. So you just had to like hope for the best of the the alchemy of all the sounds together. Okay, this one is also a little bit more melodic. It's a little inspired by somebody called Roger Moore, I think. Over the Hills. Over the hills and far away. A little harpsichord. Here we go. One of the first instances of harpsichord. Yeah, so harpsichords have been around in my vocabulary musically since I was fucking 14 years old. Okay, now this is getting dark.
Great tell.
Yeah, I want to skip this. I don't think this is... Okay, a little Rammstein-y. Yeah.
This would have worked under Castlevania fighting.
Or German. Yeah, so yeah, let's just keep moving. Dark. Oh. Woo. Black metal shit. Yeah, I think that's enough of that.
The drummer would be dead at the end of that track.
Yes, correct. Yeah, dark, little black metal vibey. I think you get the drift. We don't have to listen to a bunch of black metal, programmed black metal tracks. Oh, that's a little Tony Hawk Pro Skater vibe coming up. No effects, Green Day, early Green Day and stuff. Maybe a little bit more hardcore. Papa Roach.
How many of these did you do, bro?
Hundreds, thousands. I just think that's the ones that went complete, utterly crazy, unlistenable. Yeah, okay, and then when I started getting my hands on FL Studio, I started I think some of the first stuff I made was like break beats and like ambient stuff and stuff. And I was playing Metal Gear Solid 2 at the time, came out in 2001, I think. So I was like, I wanted to make something like Metal Gear Solid-ish. So this is like one of the first movie-inspired tracks I've ever made. It's from 2003. Snakes! Sounds exactly like Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, very Harry Gregson Williams, Hans Zimmer inspired action 90s stuff. And then I think this is my first hip hop track ever. I sampled a metal band, of course, which did medieval metal music. The band is called Luca Turilli, and the track I sampled called Legend of Steel. It's one of my favorite tracks in the whole world. It's the reason I like harpsichords. And so I sampled the track, made a hip hop track out of it. Sacrilege. Got a lot of groove, but it is what it is.
Eminem could rip into this.
Yeah, maybe. Very white. Unfortunately. Yeah.
French.
Yeah,
French rappers galore, bro.
Yeah, but I do have a big. We did party a lot in France, so.
This is why they love you in France, man, that harpsichord.
Maybe. Aristocratic, Baroque music. I almost said
all the
garbage,
royal
but I'm not
colors.
going to be like self-loading. I made a promise to myself that I'm going to stop the self-loading so much. Okay, so here's a breakbeat. I was a big fan of Warp Records stuff, and Square Pusher and Aphex Twin, some other things, and of course the Matrix soundtrack made a huge impact on everybody. And you had Chemical Brothers and Rob Dogan, and then
Rob Dugan.
Yeah, he's that's some juicy music. And of course you had Rob Zombie and a lot of other artists that were like in between metal and electronica music. So that soundtrack really hit up my street. So I started making a lot of breakbeat music around the time. Yeah, you get the vibe. And of course, I loved all kinds of music, and I just I learned to play guitar around the time, a little bit before. So I started playing recorded more guitar stuff. And I made this when I was on vacation somewhere with the laptop. I recorded it. This is I didn't really know a lot about Irish music or river dance or anything, but it sounds pretty in that vein. I think it's also the first time I used the compressor, so everything was just like... Also, ironically, I think that summer I made this was also the first summer I heard reggaeton for the first time. I heard Daddy Yankee Gasolinos on TV.
Everywhere. That shit was everywhere.
I think around 2003. I think that was the summer of 2003. It went global, and I heard it, and I was just like, "What is this? I don't know if I like it, but it's funky and it's groovy."
Don't know more, bro.
And the beat was, I don't know. It's the first time I heard reggaeton or dembo. You know, the first time I heard that, and I was just into that. So there's none of that here because I didn't try to do that because I didn't understand that shit back then. So let's go on. Here's some more crap I recorded with the guitar. Dark, of course. What would you expect? And then I started studying classical music. This is 2004. Started studying more classical music stuff. So this is one of my first attempts at doing like a classical. Sounds like something that could be in like a Nintendo 64 game as a boss, like in a corny.
Bro, this would be a banger in North Korea right now, man.
Oh,
for real.
Okay,
let's get it out there.
I wouldn't know. And then, of course, I went to media school, like I said. So we did a lot of film projects, and I started making horror music. So we made a Resident Evil movie, and of course, I made the music for that. What do you expect? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my camera died. My camera died because, it's a Canon
It's
camera.
funny because you're stuck in a tense pose.
I know, right? It's awkward as fuck.
It's hilarious.
So I'm going to change the battery, but I'm just going to keep going for a little bit. Or you can talk for 2 seconds, I'll just get the battery.
Just play a song, man.
Real quick.
That's what
just
they're
talk,
here
okay,
for.
give them something
Let's
to talk
go.
about.
Yeah. I mean, he already left, so I guess I got to take over this stream. Anyhow, so I'm Josh. I'm moderating the chat. If you want to ask questions, if you have requests, that kind of thing, that's where that would be. But we're clearly on rails here right now. And I hope everybody's enjoying this as much as I am, for sure, because it's a pretty deep retrospective. And I said this in the chat earlier, but I used to be privy to this kind of content dump.
Yep.
And now you guys are basically experiencing something that, like, maybe 10, 12 people have ever been able to experience. And, I'm pretty sure there's going to be replay on this kind of stuff. Alex really wants to get his content out there right now, and no better time. So I'm glad you guys are here for it. And I'm pretty sure he's almost done with that battery. Are we still ready? Unready? Okay. Yeah, so it's still me. Sweden's in the chat. Yes. Tour Sweden. Tell us where. We absolutely want to bring him back to everywhere he was and everywhere he has not been yet. So that's part of the process right now. Who else? We'll take questions in the chat. That's the fun part back, Alex. Europe, Boston, all these places, of course. Yes to all. Seattle. Because that's been taking way longer than usual. Chicago, he has to come to because that's where I live. France, we're so overdue in France, but he's going to be in France in March. There's a festival he's playing there, a 2-hour set. I think that's March 19th, but don't quote me on that. Netherlands, we're overdue, man. Haven't been there since, Jesus, 2013. Poland, Pittsburgh, everywhere. Let's do it all. Argentina was fun. Such a big city, such a beautiful city. Alex, I have no idea how to manage all this. We're going to need an agent, like a real agent. Oh, wait, we have one, don't we? England, Manchester, all these places. Hex 3. What can I tell you about that? Well, it's begun. This is part of Hex 3, I guess, right? Because we've been playing the single that's coming out, all this fun stuff. But it looks like you're good. You're muted, it says. No, the mic's on. No. I don't hear you, Alex. You are muted, bruh. Technical difficulties. We'll get back online here in a sec. Check, check. You're muted, my guy. We'll be right back. There we go. Hello? No? Chat, what do we do? This is our first time. Pure chaos right now. Still. You're muted, my guy. They can hear me, I think. All right, they can hear me. They can't hear you. Sources, dude. Thanks for the super chat, Kaido from Salt Lake City, and everybody else who's been throwing them in. Really appreciate it. You're dead, Alex. Check your sources. It'll get fixed. He's going to keep clicking on shit until it gets fixed. Nothing. My cable? Might be. Full reset, bro. I heard something. Like when it connected, it's like one of those, like, I connected the device sounds when you were playing around with it. I think he can hear me too. But he hears me on a delay. Okay. Let's restart OBS then. It's going to happen. We're doing it live. And I can't hear you, so you're not talking to me, by the way. I can't hear you on the WhatsApp side. Okay.